Welcome to Pediatric Associates.
I'm Annie. I'm one of the nurse practitioners at PAA and also at After Hours Kids. I was just calculating that this year I'm in my 10th year as a pediatric nurse, and this is my coming up on 4 years as a nurse practitioner. I've got 2 little boys. They're 3.5 and 1.5. So I like to mention that just because I'm not that far removed from the newborn sleepless night, nose-free to days, and sometimes that's nice for you guys to know, and I'm happy to talk about things that work in my family with my kids. Yeah, that's about it for me.
Annie, if you could just talk to us about fever in the newborn period. That's something that we go over in pre-nat class.
Yeah, so newborns in the first 2 months of life, really the first month, you're at risk a little bit more for some really serious invasive kind of bacterial illnesses like sepsis, a bloodstream infection, or bacterial meningitis. So with that being said, that means that if a newborn kind of under that 60 days old is running a fever over 100.4 is kind of our threshold, they are kind of guilty until proven innocent. So we really have to treat it seriously, which means going to the emergency room and doing the diagnostic testing to get blood cultures and usually cerebrospinal fluid cultures, and starting IV antibiotics while we're ruling out that that's the source of the fever. So that's not to scare you, that's just for you to know that if we are running a fever, we need to take it really seriously, and we do that so that we don't have bad outcomes. We kind of jump on it quickly and we treat it aggressively so we don't have bad outcomes if it happens to be one of those things. And if it isn't caused by one of those things, then all the better, but we've treated it aggressively so that we hopefully won't have any bad outcomes. You're gonna say something?
Yeah. How do I make sure in those first 60 days that this doesn't happen to us, where it could be just a common cold that we're having a fever from?
Right, yeah, so there's not a lot of ways to prevent the scary kinds of infections. So if you have group B strep, go ahead and get doing the prophylactic antibiotics during your labor and delivery, that's important. But there's not really ways to prevent those things, and that's one of the reasons why we have to kind of take it so seriously. But there are ways to prevent getting a viral illness like flu or coronavirus or rhinovirus, and that's just staying in your bubble, making sure that you're washing your hands really well, that your home is clean, and that you're not letting anybody that's sick around your little one, and just using really great hand hygiene and not really going outside of your house for that first at least month to 2 months, kind of staying in your bubble.
I need to take my baby's temperature every day, or how do I make sure that I'm not missing this?
Absolutely not. You don't need to do that every day. If your baby has a fever over 100.4, you're going to notice that they feel warm. So if your baby feels warm, you can absolutely take their temperature. We need that to be our rectal temperature. So if you're worried the baby's still feeling warm, you could try an axillary temperature first, and see how high that is. But really the kind of gold standard that we all are going to be wanting as we help triage what we need to do is a rectal temp. So if that makes you feel funny and it's a hard thing for you to do, we're happy to, in the first couple of visits, help show you how to do the rectal temperature. With a rectal thermometer, it's really easy. It's not as scary as it sounds. So we'll do the rectal temperature, but definitely don't need to do it every day. And really none of this is to make you feel anxious, because these are some scary words we're kind of throwing around, but really just so that you're informed, that you know what to expect, and know kind of how to prevent prevent a hospitalization from like a cold or a virus, a viral illness.
And let's just say my baby is, let's say, a little bit fussy and feels a little warm, and I take a temperature and it's 100, so not quite 100.4. What do I do? Do I call the office?
Absolutely, yeah. During this period, really anytime, we're here to help you. We're here to help triage the stuff. We're here to help alleviate your anxiety and help talk you through it, coach you through it. So please call our office, and we want you to be equipped with the right kind of data, like the rectal temperature as opposed to the axillary. But if you're just really anxious about it, like let us help talk you through it. Let us help you. We're happy to do that. That's why we're here.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
Mm-hmm.